ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ o. Mo ti rìn jìnnà, mo ti rábùkẹ́ ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ o. Mo ti rìn jìnnà, mo ti rábùkẹ́ ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ o. I'm sure you love me, my melody. If you know believe, I don't believe. Let us make the harmony. Are you ready? Oh, got me already. My baby, I love you. To the day I die. Mo ti rìn jìnnà, mo ti rábùkẹ́ ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ o. Mo ti rìn jìnnà, mo ti rábùkẹ́ ọ̀kẹ́rẹ́ o. No one can love me like you love me, baby. Okay, guys, good evening. Don't let me waste your time. That's one of my favorite song at the moment. Good evening, guys. How are you all doing? It's your baby girl again, Happy Crealities. So, hope you guys are good. Anyway, it's good to be back once again. So, as you all know, I don't like to take much of your time, but we have one or two things to discuss today, which it have to do with marriage. Yes, don't look at my face and say, what does she know about marriage? Just listen. Forget about my face. Listen to my words. Okay? So let's continue. This goes to every one of us, everyone in marriage, especially those who feel like their marriage is the worst. They feel like their marriage is not perfect. They look at other people's marriage and feel like, God, why me? Why is my partner like this? Why is this going on in my marriage? Why this? Why that? Listen, there is one truth I will tell you here today. I don't know about another planet, but if we're talking about this earth, this planet that we are living in as we're speaking right now, I will boldly tell you that there is nothing like perfect marriage anywhere. There is nothing like perfect marriage anywhere. You see, when we're talking about marital life, remove perfection into it. Your own definition of perfection, it is something that you create for yourself, not the general perfection that we are all looking for in marriage. So let us count these type of marriages that we have in our society today. Let us list it so that, trust me, sweetheart, definitely your marriage will fall into one of these categories. Your marriage will fall into one of these categories. But before we continue, as you are listing it, as you are counting it, look for what perfection means. Look for what perfection means. Because the general perfection that we are talking about doesn't exist in any marriage. Listen. Number one, we have some couples who truly love each other. The husband loves his wife, and the wife also loves his husband. And one thing about having misunderstanding, it is normal to come in between twins, father and children, mother and children, everyone, including friends. So when we're talking about misunderstanding, even twins that sleep in the same belly, that suckle the same breast, the same milk, they have misunderstanding. Not talk of someone that is coming from another family, maybe another tribe, maybe another country. So you have different belief. So definitely when it comes to misunderstanding, it will happen. It will happen. But you know what matters is how you are able to handle it. So when we're talking about these two couples that both of them are in love, they love each other, they respect each other, and whenever problem, issues arise, these couples will be able to look at each other and say, honey, we have a problem. Honey, there is a problem. How do we fix it? How do we go about it? Are you getting it? They have misunderstanding. They have problem. Problem. It could be the same thing that you are also fighting about with your partner, with your children. It could be financial, whatever. It could be like who used the washroom the last time that doesn't wash it, who doesn't clean it. It could be anything. It could be personality differences, you know. Maybe you like someone maybe you like an introvert, and maybe before you got married you thought your partner is an extrovert, and at the end of the day you realize your partner is an intro. So as you are trying to get what you needed from your partner and you are not getting it, and this is something that you want, this is something that you need, this is something that will make you happy, but your partner is not giving it to you. So instead of you to get angry, instead of you to be like, oh no, broke, all those things, instead of you to allow the person, I know it is enough to break any marriage, but when the love is there and that commitment is there, that commitment is there, two people who are ready to be in marriage, two people who are willing to make it work, because this love that brought the two partners together, trust me, it won't always be like that. That love will fade at some point. You will get used to each other. That thing that sparked the relationship before, it may disappear. It may not be there, or you might have gotten used to each other. So the only thing that will keep that marriage is respect, and that's commitment. That this is marriage, not relationship. Both of you have it at the back of your mind that I am not perfect. And the fact that you are not perfect, you also know that the other person is not perfect as well. But you have it at the back of your mind that this is marriage. You need to make it work. You need to make it work. And the fact that they are able to talk about it, the fact that they both can talk to each other, you have that relationship, that friendship, that you'll be able to talk to each other to solve your problem. That is what makes the marriage perfect. But don't forget, they also face challenges, they face issues, but how they handle it is what makes the marriage perfect. That is number one. Number two, some couples, it will be one-way love. It could be that the husband loved the wife, or the wife loved the husband, and one person decided to just keep quiet to tolerate whatever is going on in that marriage. Or it could be that one person is mature enough to be like, this is my marriage. This is my marriage. I won't allow it to destroy. I won't destroy my marriage. No matter what, this is my marriage. And you see, even if one of them is receiving bash balls behind the closed door, they will never come outside to tell you that this is what I'm facing behind the closed door. They will never do that. And these are the people that will come out to tell you that, hey, do you know my husband is the best? Do you know my wife is the best? And you will use that to judge your marriage. You will use that to judge your marriage. Maybe your own husband even respects you, adores you, or your wife respects you and adore you. But the fact that you listen to someone out there, someone who will be telling you that, okay, my husband is the best, my husband is this, my wife is that. You will listen to such people who are using concealer to conceal their scars. You will listen to them. They will tell you their marriage is perfect. And you know what? If you're not careful enough, you will destroy what you're having because of what you don't understand. So some marriages are like that. They pretend to the whole world. We all look at them to say, oh, wow. Wow. This is the most beautiful couples on earth, You will even pray like, I wish my marriage is like these people. But behind the closet, do you know what they're going through? I'm just saying this so that we can all learn to value what we have. And whatever you have, you try as much as possible to make it work. I'm not telling you if they're abusing you, you should stay there. When it leads to that part, Omo, Jakpa, run for your dear life. I will never advise you to endure beating, domestic violence. Never. Never. But you see, when problem arises, if you're able to call your husband or you're able to call your wife, if both of you are able to talk it out, even friendship, siblings, if you're able to talk, if you're able to communicate, even when both of you realize that this thing is not working anymore, I think we have to go on our separate ways. When both of you are able to dialogue about it, you're able to talk about it like, hey, this thing is not working anymore. I think we need to go on our separate ways. That is also something. But a lot of us, once we are beaten in marriage, instead of us to quit peacefully, instead of us to walk away peacefully, you know what we want to do? We want to become enemy. Instead of us to build friendship, instead of us to, maybe sometimes divorce may not even be the answer. It may be just ordinary separation or just a little break, for both of you to find yourself, to know your flaws, to know what you're missing, to be able to connect with yourself, to find yourself, to know the reason why you go into that marriage in the first place. To know the reason why you went into that marriage in the first place. So sometimes separation is needed, not divorce. Separation is different from divorce. You both will be able to at least find yourself and come back together. The moment you feel like, okay, you find yourself, you're able to put yourself together, work on yourself because sometimes we need to work on ourselves before we think about working on others. Because you and I, sometimes we also have our own dirty character that we cannot, if another person is giving us those things, those acts, if another person is giving us those, and we won't shake it, we won't take it. But when we're giving it to another person, we expect the other person to also tolerate it, to accept it. It doesn't go like that. So if two people can be mature enough, they can be matured enough to know that this is marriage, and they can take a break to work on themselves, a break to fix things. Sometimes it's only two things that can happen. Either during the separation, both of you feel like, oh, I'm not even missing this person. I shouldn't have even gone into this thing before. Then the only thing you will do is to come back together and talk about it like, look, I tried, but it's not working. So hard. Babe, I think we need to go on our separate ways. And it will be mutual. Sometimes the other person may not be able to accept it, to, immediately to let it go. But you have to exercise a little patience, like until this person is fully healed. Until this person is fully healed to accept the separation, the divorce. And sometimes both of you can even miss each other and feel like, okay, Now you are able to realize your mistakes, and this is it. We need to make it work. And that is when both of you will come back together and you will make it work. But what happens if both of you has maybe one eye is gone, one leg, yamutu? What will happen? Or maybe both of you have spilled things that's your deepest secret, even though you are missing that person, even though you want to go back to that person, because of what you've opened to your family members, to your friends, to your, to people. And especially nowadays that we have social media like this, things, once you get to this social media, child, to fix it will be very, very difficult. It will be very, very difficult. So what happens if you already use your mouth, your tongue, your behavior, maybe your fist by giving the person basketballs, maybe you already destroyed things, you won't be able to come back together. But deep down inside you, you will know that this is who you want. You want to be with this person. You love this person. You want to be with this person. But because of what you and I, we've used our mouth to spew in the public to others, even if we are trying to let go, we want to forgive. We want to forget, we want to let it go and start afresh. That is when your sister will be telling you, have you forgotten this idiot? This is your husband. Have you forgotten that this is your husband? Did this, did that. That is when your brother too will be telling you, have you forgotten this is your wife? This is what happened. This, that. That will become a thick boundaries, hindrance between both of you. You will not be able to come back together. You won't be able to come back together. So if you're thinking that your marriage is not perfect, trust me, if other people, even people who has been married for the past 4 decades, if they're able to open up the reality of life to you, you will understand that there's no perfect marriage anywhere on this earth. No perfect marriage. It is either you are facing the challenges, you are fixing it. You are fixing it as as the challenges arise, you fixed it. You talk to each other. You make it work. This is our marriage. It needs to work. Or dying in silence. Instead of you to get up and fix it. So, look, these categories of marriages, if you know what they go on inside, you will learn on how to manage yours. You see those couples that you wish your marriage would be like their own, like what a wow. Look, it is either one of them is the breadwinner in that home, and the other one have to play like a doorman, have to come down to the lowest level to just be like, don't do, or some secrets are keeping them together. So, if you feel like your own marriage is worse, it is either you go out there and ask people like, tell me the reality of your marriage. Nobody will tell you that their marriage is perfect. They will tell you that they are facing challenges. They are facing what? Challenges. It's either they tell you, I'm just furiti, I'm just managing. Or they will tell you that nothing can come between me and my partner. Nothing can destroy my marriage. Or they are dying in silence. Or both of them realize that they are not perfect, but they will keep pushing. Or the both couples are together because of what people will say. What will my dad say? What will my mom? What will the society? What would they say? People that came to our marriage, our wedding, what would they say? And before you realize, God forbid, if domestic violence is involved, until one person is long gone us, before we realize that, so this person has been enduring abuses in the marriage, you won't know. So instead of you to just feel like your marriage is the worst, your marriage is not perfect, try as much as possible to appreciate your marriage. If you feel like whatever you are enduring It's not something that is endurable, you know. It is honorable to walk out of it instead of you to be pretending like my marriage is the best. Do you know some women, they are even they are compelling their partner, their husband, to be in that marriage with them. Maybe because they know one secret about their husband, or maybe society influence. They have some power over the husband or something. They will force the husband to be there, and you will be thinking like, oh, what a wow, these people are putting on, you know, match outfits. Look at how perfect, look at how good they are. But do you know what is going on behind the clothes though? You don't know. Maybe that husband is receiving blow, bash, bush every day. You don't know. You do not know. Or you don't know, maybe that wife is also receiving some beating. You don't know. You don't know. Seriously, we don't know. So, if your marriage failed, that is not also the end of the world. Because one thing is that, have this at the back of your mind. There is no perfect marriage anywhere. If the flaws is becoming too much, if it is becoming unbearable, instead of you to endure and die in silence, it is honorable, it is better for you to let go, to go on your separate ways. Don't compare your marriage to other person. Don't compare your marriage with mine. Neither will I also compare my marriage to yours. So, because that's my marriage that you think it's that my marriage that you assume that, oh, well, she have a good marriage, she have a perfect marriage. You do not know what I am enduring. Neither do I know what you are also enduring. So, where you that you are putting on the shoe, you know if it fits or not, if you're feeling pain or not. You, only you. So before you, because sometimes we'll be like, a lot of time before we take some decision, we take some step in our marriage, we always look at people around us. Maybe if you have sisters, you will look at your sisters like, hey, my sister have a perfect marriage. What would they say if I don't have perfect marriage, if my marriage crashed? You'll be like, hey, those my friends. What would they say? So you will keep enduring. Or what would the society say? And that opportunity that you are supposed to use to go out there to meet the right person, you will be wasting it with who? Someone that doesn't value you, or someone that's bold of you. You are not meant to be. So before you will think about what people will say, before you will think about other people's marriage, think about your comfort. Think about your partner comfort. Think about your children. Think about what? Your children. So think, reflect yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. When I'm talking about reflection, I'm not talking about physical mirror like this. I'm talking about reflect your reality. Am I happy in this marriage? Is this what I want? Do I love this man? Do I love this woman? If you love this woman and you love this man, and there's some challenges, all you have to do is to fix it. It won't be easy, sweetheart. It won't be easy. But if both of you already made up your mind that this is marriage, not relationship that you will go and come back, you will go and come back. If both of you already made up your mind like, this marriage, I must stay in it. This marriage, I must make it work. You will communicate. You will get what? Get counselor. You will get whatever is needed to make it work. You will start by working on your own self. Because the moment you're thinking that, oh, I'm not a problem, my husband is the problem, I'm not a problem, my wife is the problem, that is the beginning of the end of that marriage. That will definitely, it won't work. But when there's an issue and you're able to ask yourself like, am I making some mistakes somewhere? Am I doing something wrong somewhere? Start from yourself. You yourself. What am I doing that is not right? Am I being selfish? Am I be dominating? What am I doing? Am I selfish? What am I doing? What am I doing? You ask yourself. So if you're able to get your own flaws, you are able to realize your own mistakes, that is when you'll be able to work with your partner. But if you're putting the whole blame on your partner, if you're putting it on your wife or your husband, trust me, you are not ready to be in that marriage. Better go back to your papa house. Or go back on streets. Seriously. Because the moment you already sign it up like, yes, I want to live this bachelor life, I'm done. I want to live this painter life, I'm done. This is marriage right in front of me. I want to go into it. That moment, drop selfishness. Drop it. Because things that you love doing, your partner may not like it. Seriously. Maybe you love you love a big house, but your partner just like a mini small house, You both have to meet in between. But if you always feel like your partner have to do everything you want for you, if you will be happy, well, but is your partner happy? Is your partner happy? So if your partner is not happy in that marriage, what do you think will happen at the end of the day? What do you think will happen at the end of the day? So find yourself, look for that place, that point where you are making your own mistake before you say, do you know you did this? You are wrong. It shouldn't. You see, I hate something in my life when there is an issue. When people always be like, it is you. You always point fingers without thinking about what did I do wrong? How did I contributed to this, whatever that happened? Did I make a mistake somewhere? If you're able to start from yourself, you'll be able to fix that marriage. Or if your partner tell you that, look, I don't like this thing, and you feel like, no, what is that? He doesn't like it, she doesn't like it. You meet in between. You meet in between. Or you debate on it, you talk like friends. Friendship in marriage is very, very important. Friendship in marriage is very, very important. Trust me. If you're able to talk about it, dialogue, talk about it. Talk. Communication. And we also need to know the difference between talking and communicating. Sometimes you can talk from now till tomorrow, but you're not communicating. Yes. We can talk from now till Jesus will come without communicating. That is one problem that we people, we don't really know the difference. We always say, well, but we are talking. No. Don't just talk. Communicate. Communicate. Communication. Communication is not about talking only. It is about how you are able to relate. Speak with facts. Speak without hurting your partner, ego, or pride. Without what? You have to be sensitive with everything that comes out of your mouth. You should be able to start from your own side. You should be able to know how to relate, how to talk about it. If we are talking among friends, sometimes we lose talk, we talk anyhow, but when it has to do with marriage, because look, it is not like a relationship that both of you will go today, come back tomorrow. It is not like that. Both of you sleep on the same bed. You see you see each other's nakedness. You already used to it. Your partner will fat, you also fat anyhow before. I believe both of you don't even fat like that. You are able to see each other's mess. You already see each other completely. Nothing remains. So that should give you enough reason to know that you have to trend with caution so that both of you will not get tired of each other. And sometimes your partner can also need a break. A break, not a separation, like a time for yourself. Some people are like that. They love to be alone once in a while. Someone like me, I love to be alone. So if my partner is not able to understand that this is how my woman is, there will be a problem. There are some people like that as well. That once in a while, they just like their space to themselves. They like to be alone. Like, they can travel. They can be in the same city. Maybe they will just go and lodge in a hotel or somewhere. They just need... See, we shouldn't run our marriage like olden days. We need to, we need to spice it up. If you need a break, your partner will be able to take care of the kids while you take your break. Your break is not that you want to go and chase another person's husband, another person's wife, another person. No. Your break is for your sanity. Your break is for your sanity. So you should be able to know that when you feel like you are being choked, even to your children, sometimes it happens. You just feel like you are choking. You just need yourself. You need a moment for yourself. But you don't know that that is what you needed for yourself. You don't know. But sometimes you need it. We need it. We need it. To be alone. So you do it. Enjoy your life. Live like a sprinter once again, but not like going after. You understand what I'm saying? But that moment that you just want to have a free mind, I believe even if it is just a week, you will remember your family. You will miss them. You will miss your wife. You will miss your husband. You will miss your children. You will miss that home. That thing that you feel like, that thing that was choking you, that makes you to feel like, I need a break. You will miss it. You will be sleeping and you'll be like, if this big head is here, would have fat. Oh, if this big bum bum is here, she would have fat. Oh, you will miss it. Then you will come back together. And that is when you feel that joy, that happiness, like, oh, damn, this is my man, this is my woman. You spice it up. Learn to spice it up. So those little things are very important in marriage. You are not siblings. You are raised from different families to come together, to stay together. So when you feel like you are choking each other, take vacation. Travel. Well, it's a mutual understanding. You need it for your sanity, So there is no perfect marriage anywhere on this earth. Me, I'm telling you, there is nothing like a perfect marriage. You just create perfection in your own little way, in your own way. Your definition of perfection, you only create it for yourself. Yes. You make it work. You make it work that, yes, this is my marriage. Yes, you make it work. Instead of destroying it, there's so many ways. Those people you are looking at that they have perfect marriage, even your pastors, your counselors, that you feel like, okay, they have good marriage, their marriage is working, they've been married for like 3 decades, 2 decades, 4 decades. It is because they know how to work it out. It is because they know how to fix it. It is because they know how to make it work. They already convinced themselves that this is marriage, not relationship. This is marriage. We need to make it work. So ask yourself today, whatever you're going through in your marriage, whatever your partner is doing to you that you don't like, talk to him, talk to her. Don't always think about destroying things. Make your partner your best friend. Talk to one another. Communicate. Don't just talk. Talking is part of communication, but it is how you are able to connect with one another that makes it a communication. Not only talking. You can talk from now to tomorrow without communicating. Yes. Yes. So learn to fix what you have. Not until you destroy it. So, sweetheart, lovelies, my wonderful brothers and sisters here, and my mommies in the house, my daddies in the house. Sorry, but this is what your baby girl have to tell you this evening. That is my belief. That is what I think. May God be with us. If your marriage is not working and you try everything you can to make it to work and it is not working, don't turn it by fire by force. Leave. Don't think because don't say because your friend marriage is working. Don't say because your sister's marriage is working and you want to force yours. No. Once you give all your energies, you try all your best to make it to work and it is not working, both of you to know how to come together and say, it is not working. Let us be friends. Even if you have kids, it doesn't matter. Both of you should learn to come together and talk to yourself like, this thing is not working. Do it right. Do it peacefully. The same way you guys got married peacefully, loving, respectfully, you can also divorce peacefully, respectfully. Me, I don't believe in divorce that people have to, the whole world have to hear about it, or you have to beat me. Don't even try it, though. Don't even try it. I mean, people say, don't even try it. Don't try it. You know, I don't believe in that marriage that both of us, we have to say to each other, before we can go on our separate ways. If it is not working, it is not working. Hey, dude, what's up? This thing is not working. Okay, now. Simple. You move on. You move on. Simple. Don't become enemy. Enmity doesn't solve anything. It destroys things. It will affect you mentally. It will affect everyone around you mentally. People that doesn't know you, it will affect them. If they hear your story, they will be scared. It will also create some sort of phobia in other people's mind that, oh, this person marriage doesn't work. You know, there are so many young ladies out there that today they will tell you they don't even want to get married. If you ask them like, what happened? Why? They will tell you, can't you see what is going on? Can't you see this? Can't you see that? They will be scared. But if we are able to put this thing at the back of our mind that there is no perfection anywhere, there is nothing like perfection in marital life. There is no perfect marriage, that you will just create your own perfection. You will create it like in your own roboto small way, you know. So guys, have a wonderful evening. I have to go. Like I said, I won't take much of your time. And what's in room you go?